first hole of Beepsmith's Hole Inspector. Let's go. Am I the buttface for telling my brother he cannot stay with me over Christmas if he brings his prosthetic leg? My younger brother has a prosthetic leg. I think it's creepy as hell, and I have no idea where he got it. What? I'm reasonably certain that it's something I would rather not know. To be clear here, my brother has 2 perfectly healthy legs still attached to his body. He just has this thing he takes with him everywhere. I don't know why. I don't want to know. Before you ask, yeah, it's probably a mental health thing. We don't need to assume that. He wanted to stay with me rather than our parents while he was home for the holidays. I said he was welcome to stay so long as he doesn't bring that thing into my house. He said it wasn't a big deal and that he would leave it in his luggage. I agree on the condition that if I saw it outside of his luggage in my home, then I had the right to destroy it. That seems like a gross over-exaggeration. Maybe just a little bit, just a bingus. He backtracked on staying with me and is at our parents' house where he is miserable. They still treat him like a little boy instead of a guy who is almost 30. He called me again after supper and asked to please stay with me. I said he could as long as we together took his thing and put it in a storage unit until he leaves. I get the key. He won't do it. He says that I'm being a bitch for not letting him stay with me. I think he needs to get therapy or medication or both, or a girlfriend, boyfriend, dog, cat, hamster, something, just not a god dang prosthetic leg. There's an update post. I didn't realize how much attention this was going to get, enough that someone informed me the woman my brother stole it from, and she was able to figure out what happened. She called the cops and he got arrested. I guess he was sort of trying to do the thing where he could be the hero that tracked down her leg. Please don't ask me what the fuck was going through his head. The leg was expensive enough that he is facing real criminal charges. That's all. Sorry, there is not more to tell. It looks like a carbon fiber cup with a steel knee and a lower leg and foot. What he does with it on the list of stuff I do not want to know. No, that's it. That's literally all we got. I don't know how far the updates are from each other. They both just say 1 year ago. That story was too goddamn short. I have so many questions, and none of them will ever be answered. I think everyone sucks here. The brother for stealing someone's prosthetic leg. OP for threatening to destroy it. For what it's worth, on reread, a lot of OP's tone comes off like my brother pulls weird shit all the time. He's obviously just pulled something new and I don't want to be involved. I could see that, but also this is fucking weird. I hate when people think that someone getting significant other will fix them. Yeah, that is also true. Man, you need a girlfriend. No, you need therapy. All right, new Dicky going live. New Dicky, new hole. New Dicky, new hole. Am I the hole for telling my mother-in-law if she keeps rearranging my kitchen, she can get a hotel room? I, 29 female, am married to a wonderful man, 30 male, who is also the brother of my best friend. Our heights are very different, with me being 6'6" and him being 5'7". Short king and a tall queen. Oh, you love to see it. All of his family are on the short side, and it led to some adjustments in our living arrangements at first, but we found what worked for us. We realized early on that it was easier for him to use a step stool to reach what he needed in the kitchen than for me to constantly be crouching to get what I need, as that gets painful quickly for me. This was fine until my mother-in-law came to stay with us 2 weeks ago. Her roof needed repairs. My husband and I have a spare room, while my best friend doesn't, so it was only logical she come stay with us. She has constantly been moving things around in the kitchen, lowering items as she doesn't want to use the step stool, which isn't anything to do with her age or fearing that she'll fall. She just doesn't want to. She keeps harping on about how it's ridiculous everything is so high up and it's rude for guests. This isn't your house. You don't get to decide that. My husband has repeatedly shut her down, stating my comfort matters more than theoretical guests, and asked her to not move things. She lets it go for a day and then things are moved again. I've expressed frustration to my husband about this, and the final straw came today when I went to make myself a coffee and could not find my coffee mugs anywhere. It took me 5 minutes to find them in my kitchen, and I found them in the lower cabinet that I had to kneel to get them out of. I was angry and snappish at this, as my back had hurt from getting my mug, and I told her if she couldn't stop herself from rearranging my kitchen, she could get a hotel room, and I have had enough of her entitlement. Good. Establish be more firm with your boundaries, because obviously they're not being respected when you are trying to be respectful. Done. End of story. There we go. This led to a lot of blustering and some tears, and that she was just trying to make it. She was just trying to make more sense, and how this is her son's home. This is your son's and his wife's home. It's just a little reorganization, and that they shouldn't all suffer just because I'm tall. She then also began to say how I'm heartless to expect her to stay in a hotel over the holidays. It's not heartless to expect you to respect her fucking home. My husband was clearly uncomfortable at this and didn't want his mother upset, but he told her that it wasn't just his home, but mine too. And if she wouldn't respect my comfort and happiness, then she would have to leave. She has just went into the guest room, and I can hear her crying still. My husband is clearly getting anxious and upset over this, but he's not backing down. Good. Let's go. A husband with a spine on a Reddit post? What are we reading right now? What universe is this? And I feel awful that my snapping led to him feeling like this. Maybe I should just have let up with it or been more gentle about how I dealt with it. I honestly don't care that she's upset, which may make me sound heartless, but I hate that my husband is feeling this way. No, you're so fine. She needs to grow up. She's an adult. She can deal with it. This is first grade shit. You don't fuck with things that aren't yours. You sound like a toddler right now. OP responds to a comment. She has always hated my height, especially the fact that I'm most comfortable in 6-inch heels, a thing my husband adores. I've been best friends with her daughter since high school, so even before I was with her son, I knew her. She made quite a few comments about how I should wear flats to prom to fit in better, then also about how I couldn't wear heels to her daughter's wedding. Why is this mom so fixated on OP's height? It's weird. Anyway, not the asshole. Establish your boundaries. Your mother-in-law is grossly overreaching her stay. New dicky, new hole. New dicky, new hole. Am I the hole for accepting cake at my friend's birthday party? Depends. Was the cake your friend's ass? If so, not the asshole. Jesus. So this is a bit of a weird one. I, 41 male, was at a friend's birthday party on the weekend just past. There were 9 of us at the party, including the birthday boy, which is surprisingly relevant. Amy, 30-ish female, one of the guests, baked a cake for the birthday boy. After the relevant party traditions of singing the birthday song and the hip hip hooraying that happens after the birthday song here in Australia, I went back to talking to one of my friends when Amy came up to me and the other friend with 2 plates of cake and offered them to my friend and I. We both said yes, thanked her, and then she made a really odd face and walked away. My friend and I both said it was weird and went back to chatting. I ate some of the cake and it had desiccated coconut inside it, which I don't particularly like. So after a couple of bites, I ignored it and then chucked it out when the party ended about an hour or so later. About 45 minutes ago, Steven, 30-ish male, Amy's partner, sent me a series of angry texts. 8 a.m. on a Monday morning is really not the best time to receive angry texts, saying how Amy spent last night crying about how she didn't get to eat any of her cake and that I took a slice of it only to throw it away and deprive her of her own cake, and that she only cut 8 slices since she knows I don't like coconut. But I took her slice and threw it away to spite her. I replied, why did she even offer me any cake if she knew there was coconut inside? Steven said that she did it to be polite and not leave me out, and that I was an asshole for taking her slice and throwing it away. No one said that it was her slice. No one communicated jack shit and just assumed everyone could read each other's minds, I guess. I forwarded the message to my other friends that were there, and most of them have left me on read so far, except one who responded with a thumbs down emoji and another who hasn't seen it yet. As of this writing, the fact that no one's responding is making me worry that I might have been the asshole here. She expected you to decline the cake? There's just no winning? She did it on It does kind of feel purposeful. A weird hole for Amy to die in. Yeah, right. What is happening here? Not the asshole. This is weird. Am I the hole for not attending my family Christmas gathering because I can't afford the $250 white elephant gift? This is a rich people Christmas? It's just a white elephant gift, Michael. How much could it be? $250? My 29 female family has a tradition where we do a big Christmas get-together every year, and the highlight is the white elephant gift exchange. It's always been a fun time, but this year my family decided to raise the price limit to $250 per gift. I'm honestly a little shocked. I get that inflation has hit, but that's a lot of money for one gift, especially for something that's supposed to be fun and quirky, not something super expensive or meaningful. I have a pretty tight budget this year with unexpected medical bills and just general life expenses. After paying for all my bills and essentials, there's barely enough left to get by. The idea of spending $250 on a gift is totally unrealistic for me, expected to show up for the family dinner and festivities. I started feeling like I was being pushed out of the tradition because of my financial situation. I told her that, honestly, if I can't participate in the gift exchange, then I might not come at all. I didn't want to be the person who has to sit awkwardly and watch everyone else exchange expensive gifts when I couldn't contribute. Plus, I didn't want to feel embarrassed about not meeting their expectations. My mom thinks I'm being petty and that it's just one gift. That's such a boomer ass mentality. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps. I bought a house when I was 17 by working on a nickel and a dime, and I went uphill both ways. It's just $250. My dad says I'm overreacting and that it's not about the price, it's about the spirit of Christmas. Which, to be fair, I do agree with, but still $250? Some of my siblings are saying that I should just suck it up and join in because it's about being together, while others are telling me they agree with me, but are still going to participate since the majority of the family agreed to this. There's approximately 18 to 25 people in my family that will be there, and we are still expected to get gifts for our family members as well. I really don't want to make a big scene or cause drama, but at the same time, I feel like this is a massive financial burden that's being placed on me, and I just don't know if it's worth to show up and feel out of place. So am I the butthole if I decide to sit this one out? Edit to clarify, $250 is the amount my family agreed to. When it comes to the cost of the gift, I don't even think a maximum amount was discussed. Yeah, the whole idea of White Elephant is that it's low stakes, it's supposed to be silly, quirky, not a cash grab. Yeah, if it was the spirit of Christmas, then why not change the amount? Right. If it's the spirit of Christmas, why does a dollar amount matter? But the title again, before we get started, am I the hole for not defending a girl I barely know after she was kicked out of the friend group for asking to be paid? I, 21 female, have a group of 6 friends. 2 months ago, a new girl, Jane, 22 female, was introduced to the group. For context, one thing our friend group does is trade services. For example, I'll do one of my friend's nails for free and she'll do my hair for free. We generally try to keep the trades within the same price range. For example, if my hair costs $60, I'll trade doing nails for 60 to 70. Anything over 10 is usually paid on top of the free service. If my hair costs 60 and the nails are 100, my friend will pay me 40. To be clear, there is zero obligation to do these trades, and to my knowledge, no one has ever been pressured into one. It's all about favors and doing nice things for your friends. Anyways, Jane joins the group 2-ish months ago and immediately starts asking about my nails. At one point, she says she can't afford to get hers done right now, so I asked her if she wanted to do a trade. Jane makes her own t-shirts, clothing, accessories. The nails I ended up doing her cost $160. When it was my turn to pick clothes and accessories, I ended up leaving with about 70 bucks worth. I told her not to worry about paying me back with the 90. All in all, I thought it was a good experience, and I got to talk to Jane one-on-one. It was fun. Until Wednesday, the 11th of December, I get a text from Jane apologizing, saying she realized she can't afford to just give away. It was a trade in your favor by a large margin. You didn't give anything away. She can't afford to give away 70 bucks worth of her stuff, and she needs me to pay her ASAP, or she needs the stuff back. At first, I'm really confused because I could not have been more clear about how the trades work, and I never forced her into one. I apologized back to her, but said I didn't have some of the smaller items I planned to gift them to my sister for her birthday. Jane then kept telling me to just, quote unquote, pay her back. I said I would when I get paid from my job. The issue then became her texting. She went to our group chat to complain about me not paying her for the clothes she gave me. She ended up letting it slip that it was a trade, and everyone told her she can't back out of a deal weeks after it happened. She ended up taking to TikTok to complain about how I stole from her and am refusing to pay her back. In response, she was kicked out of the friend group. However, now the group is split. Half say I should have just paid her, as she does seem to be genuinely struggling, while the other half say I am under no obligation to pay her due to the agreed terms of the trade. The first group think I'm kind of an asshole, and Jane definitely thinks I am, so am I the asshole? Edit, some people are questioning how my nails cost $160. I do custom sets that involve hours of art and construction of charms, stamps, etc. Look up artsy nails on Pinterest. That's the stuff I do. I can absolutely see nails costing $160, but also like you traded. It was a trade, not even of equal value. It was a trade heavily weighted in your favor, and now you're telling her to pay you back so you get free nails? It honestly sounds like she's trying to manipulate getting free nails, and that's it. She could very well be struggling, but this is not the way you go about it, you know? I know these people are new to her, but if she was actually struggling, she could have at least asked for a loan with a trade to compensate in the future. To be honest, she sounds like she's trying to grift. Yeah, it sounds grifty. Absolutely sounds grifty. Yeah, it's also shitty of Jane to go to TikTok about it. Like, way to publicize it. The least you deserve is getting kicked out of the friend group, you know? I'm not even fussed about the $90 she owes me. I told her not to worry about it, though I did joke about getting a free t-shirt for my birthday in spring, but it wasn't a set in stone thing, you know? I don't and never did expect her to pay me back. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Like, with that additional context, there's, like, she's trying to back out of a deal and get free nails. It feels real grifty. Chocolate cake milks bukkake into my beer. Help. Spooning cummies into everything. Proclivities towards infinite lickings with gooey potatoes in my ass. Delirium gets testicular blissfulness, asexual oozes, slick Doritos.